Greg Olson with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from the Steel City. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. We'll go again here with Henry. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
We'll try and run for this with Henry. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And he will have that 1st down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
Wow, we changed it.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. That one good for 26 yards.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it, and not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Hey!
2nd down, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Chuck Clark. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early... setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. Escaping to his left. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 56 yards.
The Steelers
On the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. From the gun to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 15-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Moving outside the pocket, taking off.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson on the keeper. He was taking off at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Each quarterback picked off in that turnover-filled 1st quarter. What will the 2nd quarter have in store? And we're back to the Steel City after this. From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, 88, get 300, get 300.
A-Rod down to throw on 1st down. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Back north.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this 1st half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Hey, you block over here.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
26.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Rodgers going up top again. Out to his right. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up 2nd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That one, taken in. D.K. Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on first down. From the 41, it's 2nd and 1. Play action now. Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Fourth down. Jackson. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
It's always a gamble anytime you go for 4th down on your side of the field, but they clearly thought they had a play that they liked, but the defense came up huge, and now their offense is going to have a chance to capitalize and take advantage of this short field.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. Plant. What is this? Back north.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Blue 58! Yeah, this. Blue 58.
One more time with Warren. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Now timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Blue 58!
Oh, here's a hot pass on the end around. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
It's now 4th and goal.
Interesting decision. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. They're going to keep the hammer down and go for it on 4th and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
Back near his goal line, Jackson. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, 18.
First down for Aaron. Forced out wide. Off, and he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
That's a lot of work for no gain. You risk taking a shot there if you're the quarterback the longer you hold on to the ball. But there was nothing there. Good job to the defense shutting that one down.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Rodgers now. The second down throw is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now Rodgers on fourth down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He runs with it. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Second and 5.
Go ahead. 13.
Jackson. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it's going to be third down. Back to throw, Jackson. Pushed out to his left. Now, deep ball for Bateman. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner. And now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside third of the field. And he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
Going for it all. That's caught. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal.
50.
They'll go with the sneak. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the planes. They're going to mark him short. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
258. check 20. Hey, 88.
Rodgers. And he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. Ravens bring their punt team out.
For the Ravens.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Is a surprise right out of the locker room. They'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Pretty bold call right there, but what you're looking for out of the locker room is just a spark of some sort. They thought they could get it on their special teams. They don't. Now they put their defense in a tough spot, trying to not allow them to extend this lead.
On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Now the Ravens use their first timeout.
Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me. And I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing
At the confluence of the 3 rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Eszquire Stadium. Coming up, well, we've got what can only be described as a mirror image matchup, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and themselves.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Well, kicker Chris Boswell has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he returns this to the 22.
Right
to the air is Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be stopped at his tracks right at the 33.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300. Screen it.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one too low.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
For the Steelers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. A short one there to Fryermuth. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39.
26. Get 300. Get 300.
First down. A gain of 15.
Now it's Rodgers.
First down.
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
258.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Left side here taken in by Metcalf.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd down and a yard.
319. Easy.
To throw is Rodgers. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
319.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 1.
258.
Rodgers now to throw. A short one there to Fryermuth. And Fryermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this down to the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
319. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
On the give, it's Warren. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. following that gain of 17.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Washington trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Back at the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Jump out. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
318.
Throwing is Rodgers. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 65 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 3. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how the drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
318. Go right. 319.
On the run, it's Warren. Oh, a heck of a move. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, 52 yards. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What did we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In the case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now Rodgers.
Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pat Freiermuth.
42 yards.
And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Here's Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Second and 1 now from the 21.
Get 300. 258.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point now by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Gainwell to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Looking to put a drive together. They toss it to Warren. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 99 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
319.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. Now he'll tuck this and run. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
He'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Jump out. 319. Inside.
Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. Rodgers setting up the screen with Gainwell. Down the left sideline. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An explosive 38-yard pickup. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
On second and goal. Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Rodgers again now. He's got his Tiger Fryermuth right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's fourth down. They throw it out right complete. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Austin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
over. 18. Hey, take 26.
Here's Warren. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 26. Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Mike. Hey, 88.
Back to throw. Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 47 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 4th quarter lead. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Really with it. I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that drink you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rapping, pay your bills.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Back north. Blue 58.
Now Rodgers.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. In motion right, that's Wilson. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
58!
Now Rodgers got to have this one. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Back north. Teammate. Green 18. 26. Hey, 88. Green 89.
And again, it's Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Here's second and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Green 18. Green 89.
They'll run it. One. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll come up now on second down.
Hey, 626. Right on it. Read the plant.
Now Rodgers. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long.
18. 5 left. Hey, black.
To throw is Rodgers. He'll try and do this himself. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now run and 1. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warren. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone. but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.